Good evening guys, I'm back with another video on Usdcad. I'll try and keep this one short and sweet. As usual, I start off from the monthly chart. As we can see right here, if I just had to zoom out, I have my key levels over here, which is the um, 1.2 monthly resistance, a monthly support, sorry, and then we have the 1.25, which is the weekly support, 1.3, which is the monthly support, and so on we go, which is our round numbers. Based off the quartz theory, you can do more research on that. Now, looking at USD based on what we can see right in front of us, chart is nice and zoomed out. What I see is we had price dropping from this level over here all the way down, and then gave us a nice sharp reversal to the top, and then a nice rejection down to the bottom over here, which gives us this W formation, which is a double bottom as well. Price is then broken through this neckline of our double bottom or W formation, which then means that the neckline here would be resistance. As we can see, price is then traded sideways, breaking the support of the neckline, but then also back up into the regions of the buy zone from the neckline over here. Now, what intrigues me or what makes me look at this chart is the fact that we had the push up and then we had a consolidation. This is not your normal consolidation, but if I had to put a triangle or a consolidation box in here, I would say this is our consolidation zone. So prices has been moving sideways within this box. So what that tells me is that price is getting ready for a big move. Now price could give us a big move to the upside, price could give us a big move to the downside. But what really is nice about trading consolidations is that after a huge consolidation we have a breakout or a huge move in the direction where price needs to go. But in this instance, I am favoring the strong move to the upside because we are in an uptrend. As you know, the basics of Forex is trading, buying lows and selling highs, which means that in an uptrend, you want to buy the lows, in a downtrend, you want to sell the highs, which I can also as best interpret this is if price is moving higher, you want to look for higher highs and higher lows, higher highs, higher lows, higher highs, higher lows. So we want to buy the lows, right? In between the higher highs and the higher lows, we also have certain points in the market where we will receive consolidations. Now, looking at USDCAD, we have the consolidation over here. But within this huge consolidation box, let me just change this color over here. Within this huge consolidation box, we also have price, which has given us a nice push to the upside and then literally traded sideways, giving us nice big bearish candles. As we can see, we have this one bearish candle over here. It's a bearish engulfing, and then price moving up in 1, 2, 3, 4 months, and then in a single month giving us a nice bearish move, but then also reversing from that point instead of pushing all the way down. Now price has recently, with a monthly candle closed, given us a extremely bullish move, which is the first big bullish move which we have seen since price has reached around this consolidation area, right? So what this tells me is price could then reach the top of this consolidation box because we failed to make lower lows. If price managed to break below our key monthly support of 1.3, we could then expect price to give us a drop down to the key level over here, weekly key level, which is 1.25. But because we then once again reversed of this level, which also has confluence, if I just draw a fib in here with our, I think it's a 78.6 Fibonacci level. Yep, 78.6, and our monthly key level, and we have this support level based off our trend line, which is also a wedge pattern, we can then expect price to give us now finally our break to the upside to the top of this consolidation box. Right. Now, I am basing this solely of the fact that we have three levels of confluence, which is a 78.6 resistance or support rather. We have our monthly key level of 1.3 support, and we have this trend line support of 1.3, and then we have a nice bullish candle, which is the first big bullish candle in a while in this consolidation box of the wedge pattern. So my bias is bullish. Going down to the weekly chart, I can see, much clearer the consolidation box. This would be our first move down. We have a reversal, which is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So this tells me that we could definitely expect a reversal on here. But keeping in mind on the higher time frame, USD CAD should give us a nice push to the upside. Now, what I notice over here reading price is that we had this triple top area, which is 1, 2, 3, and then price has fallen down to this low over here, which I then expected for price to drop all the way down. Once I saw price was unable to drop all the way down, I did take a buy. But this week price was consolidating a lot. As we can see, it's a very small weekly candle, which means for the entire 5 days price has been consolidating. I took my profit, but then the next week price then eventually moving up. I got like, I think 50-60 pips on the move, and if I had been a little more patient, I could have caught the move up here, which was my initial target. Drawing my fib then again from this high over there, from the previous high to the previous low, we can see that price is currently at the 78.6 resistance once again. If you know anything about trading wedges or triangles, in most cases we will have the 78.6 resistance points on them, which means they are strong levels, but price now should give us a reversal over here. It's not guaranteed, as I explained in my previous video on GBP USD, but it is something we need to know and understand. So we need to go down to the lower time frame for more confirmation. So what I am looking for based off the daily chart, we have this round institutional level of 1.2500. If you don't know anything about institutional levels, I suggest you read up on it. On the internet there's lots of information. Price then reach that level and start retracing. So we could then see price giving us a tweezer top formation. If you don't know what a tweezer top is, I also suggest you do some research on it. So for the beginning of the week, price to retest that high over there, and then giving us a drop down to this level over here, or possibly spiking our 1.3100 level, which is also a strong level, which USD CAD honestly respects. Now if I had to draw a Fibonacci level in here, I would draw it from low to the high of the 1.2500. As we can see, price is now currently at a resistance, which is our 78.6%, and what I would honestly like to see is for price to give us a reversal down to this level over here, or to that level over there. Honestly, what it takes is more patience, reading the chart, understanding what is happening. There is another trend line which I can draw over here, which will be valid because we have this low point over here, we have the next point over here. So as we know, in most cases the third touch on the trend line is very strong. Looking at price based on the daily chart, this would be the second touch. This would also be our third touch, so we can respect some rejection over here and coming down to this trend line, probably spiking this level, which would have support with our 50% retracement area. And then what I would like to see, so price to reverse over here, either over this at this point or that point, and moving higher. Let's go down to 4 hours, see if we can clear the chart more. Now what I use in my arsenal of tools is the RSI. RSI, as we can see, has divergence. Also, if you don't know what divergence is, read up upon it or send me a message and I'll explain it further. Based off the RSI, price has been making higher highs and higher lows, but based off our RSI price has been making lower lows, as we can see over there, which tells me that price is ready for a drop, which is why I honestly do expect a drop on USD CAD. And then another reason is that we've reached resistance and a 78.6 Fibonacci level. So we have a trend line resistance, we have a Fibonacci resistance, we have a divergence level, which gives us more than enough reasons to look for sells on this pair. So if I just delete that and close the RSI level, we can see that price has started rejecting with a shooting star. Now price could then give us, based on the daily, another push to the upside, and then a push to the downside. And what I would honestly like to see is for price to then come down to either from there or from here. It doesn't really matter. All we need to know is that price will move in our favor or not in our favor, but we need to look for certain levels, certain rejections, maybe a moving average cross, and for price to come down to this level over here or down to this level over here, and then we can start looking for rejections at this level or this level over here before taking a buy position. And with that buy position, I would then expect for price to break the trend line, which would then give us a nice bullish push to the upside. If it does come to this lows over here, we know that price is still in an uptrend, because we can see we have a higher high, we have a consolidation, we have a higher high, and then if it comes down here, it will still be a higher low. I do favor price coming down to the 50% area, because as we can see, we have price reversing from that level, we have rejection over there, and so it would be a nice area for price to retest if it had to come down, spike this area, and then moving all the way up to our 1.35 level. If I just had to do this, that is honestly what I would be targeting, which would be the top of our consolidation box based off the monthly chart, and then we'll reanalyze from there. Now obviously I will not just keep the trade, I will be entering trades long, I'll be entering short, I'll be seeing how the market moves. And the team which I have pays a monthly subscription fee, not a monthly subscription fee, a lifetime subscription fee of $100, and then receive my monthly analysis, my weekly analysis, and then we can basically, we can be part of the community for life, as long as I'll be trading and as long as I'm alive. So another reason why this would be a good short is because of this wedge pattern. As we can see, once price gets to a wedge, we can then expect a reversal. If price does break up, which does happen in a wedge pattern, we will then change our bias of the short position for now, and then look for buys. And how I would look for the buys is for price to go up to this 127 extension, not the 127, the minus 27 extension, giving us a reversal on the trend line, and then rejections over here on the 1 hour chart. I will look for a double bottom, an inverse head and shoulders, anything of the sort, and then going for the buy position. Right now, what I also do know is that price doesn't honestly have to do that. If it does break down and come down to our levels, we'll also then catch the short position coming down from here if it breaks certain levels based off the hourly chart down. But then if price does fail, we will then see, if it fails to reject over here and price honestly comes down to here, I'll honestly be looking for the break of 1.300, and then for price to reject the 1.3100 level. So if it breaks down to this level and then breaks back above, it will be then what we call a fake out in the forex world, and then price will then retest the 1.3100 level, and then bounce off this level, and then eventually giving us our move to the upside. But if price does not give us the rejections which I expect, we then will see price rejecting the 1.3100 level multiple times, even spiking to the tops over here, and then we'll look for short positions to go down to 1.300. If price does manage to break 1.300, we then can assume that USD is done with the uptrend and now will start trading much more lower. But for now, all we know is that the most likely scenario is for price to come down to these levels over here. We need to be patient. If you take the short, be patient for price to drop. If price does manage to drop, wait for the rejections at either this level over here or this level over here, and then taking the long position higher. So if I just had to draw Fibonacci from the previous low to the high, assuming that price is done, let's just delete this one over here. So assuming the price is done with this bullish move and it comes all the way down, we can see that we have a 61.8% level, which will then have confluence with the trend line, and then we can take our long positions. So guys, I hope that makes sense to all of you guys, and honestly, as I said, if you want to join the group, just send me a message and I will add you for $100, and you'll have lifetime access to these videos. But also, when I enter the trade, you will receive the signal to enter the trade with explaining why we've entered. Enjoy guys, cheers.